Hey guys, Al2 here, back at you today. I have a little bit of a project I've been wanting to do for a while. A lot of you guys, like me, have 5th scale RCs. It's hard to work on them on just a flat bench. And there's some stands made that a lot of guys are using. The Axis is the very popular one. But I didn't want to have $500 or $600 invested in a stand. Seems a little expensive to me. If you have one of those stands, it's great. They're fantastic. But I wanted to try a little bit of a, do-it-yourself type of stand. So I wanted to use some of the Axis components, but I didn't want to buy the base. I think that base by itself is like $300. So I wanted to see if I could come up with something on my own, and I think I have something that's going to work. We're going to try to put it together today. I'm going to bring you down here and show you the components that I have, and let's see how it all works out.
Now, I had picked these up a while back. This is the from Axis Racing. This is their swivel component that fits on their stand, and I had picked up the fixture. Now they make fixtures for all the popular 5th scale RCs. This is for an HBI Baja. I have a King Motors that I'm going to work on, and I also have a Losi 5T. If this works out, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the fixture for that RC as well. These fixtures are, I think, just a little over $100 a piece. The swivel, I think, is around $50, and like I said, the stands are, I think, $300, $299. I think they're, to sell them with a fixture combo if you want to get it that way. But like I said, I didn't want to spend that kind of money on a stand. Figured I'd try to make my own stand part anyway and just use the Axis Racing components, sort of like a poor man's. So what I did is I researched these for a while, and I came up with something I thought was going to work. I'm involved in sound and live sound and whatnot, so I know these speaker stands that you can get hold a lot of weight. I decided to pick up this one from On Stage. It's their SSAS 7000B mini adjustable speaker stand, and it's supposed to hold up to 60 pounds, I believe, which is plenty good, and the base itself is not very wide. I think at the widest it's maybe a foot. Now I measured this piece here from Axis. Let me get out of the bag here. This piece from Axis Racing, the swivel stand, has two connection points on it. One on the top here is for your fixture, and the bottom piece fits into the round pole on their stand. Now I measured the inside diameter of this section, and it's about 1 inch. Now on the On Stage speaker stand, the speaker connection part, if you look at this, and I'll get this out of the box soon, this is tapered at the top, and this is, I think this tapered part is like 1 3/8, but this smaller section here is 1 inch. So my plan is to take a saw and just cut this piece off, and then use the 1 inch piece to connect to the Axis swivel connector. And you can see the Axis swivel connector has holes, so we'll have to drill 2 holes for the security pin that holds everything in place so it don't fall apart. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stand out of the box, and we'll take a look at it, and then we'll cut the pole off and see how it all fits together.
Already taken this out of the box earlier, so not in the plastic wrap anymore. I just want to show you guys what we got here. This is the stand. Has adjustable legs that can go as wide as you want.
so. You can see the stand here has the adjustment knob to lock your feet, and then here this will adjust the height of your pole. I think this will go up to 4 feet high. So here's the tapered section. We're going to go ahead and remove this pole with this knob. Locks the stand in place so the pole stays at the same spot height that you selected. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this pole by removing this piece, and then we're just going to cut this piece off right here. All right, we're going to take our hacksaw, and I've got this set in my workbench, and we're just going to cut this off right at the spot where the larger diameter piece tapers down to the smaller. Now I like to use a little bit of oil on my saw. It just makes things cut smoother, and you want to try to cut this as straight as possible. There we go, cut off. I'm going to take this over to my wheel and just take these burrs off, and then we'll see how it fits on the access swivel piece. All right, I got my piece cut. Like I said, I just took the burrs off with my grinder. You could use a brush, whatever. So now we're going to fit the access piece on there, and then we'll have to drill 2 holes to mate up with that. So let's take a look at that. This is the access piece, and then it's going to fit on the pole. I don't know if you can see that hole. Everything is black, but it'll fit on just like this. And then we have to drill a hole through our pole here. And then there's one on the other side as well. So let's go ahead and get that done next. I'm going to make sure this piece is tight, and I'm just going to find out what bit we need for that. Looks like maybe 5/16. Yep, 5/16 bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a smaller bit first as a pilot hole. Put a little bit of cutting oil on my bit. I'm going to hold this in place. Once that hole's there, we can remove that. We're going to put our larger bit on, 5/16 hole. Okay guys, that's going to wrap up part 1 of the video. In part 2, we're going to get those access components. We're going to mount them on this modified stand, and we're going to see how it all fits together.
And if everything looks good, then I'm going to get that King Motors Baja that I have out. We're going to mount it on the stand, and we're going to see how usable it is or non-usable it is, and make a final conclusion after that. So stand by. I'll have that video up soon, and I'll see you then. So long.